Visiting sideline, their head coach. Her squad looking to keep it going after the win last week. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And that is incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. This is taken at his own 30. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago, I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
19 sight, 19 sight. Buffalo 18. Go.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Dragon 60.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Here we go.
And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On 2nd down, a run with Hubbard. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4.
18, pressure leading.
From the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They're called in at the 2, and they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal. Hubbard will take it in. Touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Condors will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Still 1st down.
Here we go. 18.
Stroud going to tuck this one on the zone read. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
You saw that flag come out early, the illegal block in the back. Sometimes, you know, those are judgment calls. This one pretty clear and takes that touchdown off the board. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down for Houston.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's a close game early on. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. They'll go right back to Mixon. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. His pass comes late to Jalen Noel.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Condors offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passing.
Shot 60, shot 60. Hey, come 19, 18, pioneer.
On play action, Richardson, he's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
On second down, Richardson. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
18, Robert, 18, 7.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Condors.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
On first down, it's Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here we go. Check, check. Pass the 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cut 19. Cut 19.
A second down throw for Richardson. He'll let one go down the middle. That is brought in. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. They get big yardage on the deep ball. It covers 51 yards. Yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Ready? Ready?
Here's Richardson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. at the 6-yard line. What can they do on 3rd and goal?
70 Timberwolves, 18 Reds, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing, Richardson. Forced out wide. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
He tried to remain a passer on the move about as long as he could. I thought for a minute there, Mike, that he was going to take off and try to pick up some yards with his legs, but instead he decides to just check down for a short pass, and it doesn't result in a whole lot.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Condors will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Stroud. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A 14-yard gain.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Condors offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready? Bronco 80. 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. Panther 11, Panther Buffalo 18.
Throwing is Richardson. Now he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Second and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Here we go, here we go. 60 Vice Warriors, 70, 19 Lions.
Richardson. He's going to try it here again. That is hard. And he will score. Touchdown, Condors. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Condors move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here the first half. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
At the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Now, Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They face second down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Throwing is Stroud. This is caught. Downfield, it's Dell. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
That pickup, good for 29 yards.
16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. He'll get that out to Mixon. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here we go. 1-8.
On second down, Stroud. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
On 4th down, Stroud. That is high. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Able to add the extra point. And the Texans are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Texans 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
First down and 10.
The Condors offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Now, faking the give. Going right sideline and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Cut back 19. Cup 19. Bronco 80. Warriors 17.
From the gun, Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, halftime straight ahead. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Condors offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, he's already leading the league in passing yardage. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Go.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. And a nice return will set them up in good field position right at midfield.
So Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Oh, Tony.
They'll motion a tight end right. On 1st down, it's Stroud. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Already.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That pass play good for 22. 1st down for Houston.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Stroud. Moving left. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Ruthie's kick is good. And the Texans will cut into that lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Condors offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. So a big one there to start the drive. A gain of 57 yards.
14-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Oh, a loose football. The Texans have it. Talk about a big swing there. The offense was driving, headed in the red zone, looking to score. Not only does the defense stop them, Greg, they get the ball back, and they improve the field position with a nice fumble return.
And what a chip.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. We might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Let's go now.
A run with Hubbard, and he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Anchorage. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. So Richardson and the offense ready to go for 2.
The offense will
They'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return. We'll give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
The Texans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
This secondary, I mean, they just continue to impress me this entire game, Mike. I mean, it just feels like every ball is contested. Even the ones that are complete, those windows are tight. In this case, a really nice job knocking the ball away, and I just can't say enough about how hard these guys compete on every play.
Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw, it's Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Company, 18, Rodley, it's Purple 80. Average, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. Check this down, that's Hubbard out of the backfield. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
7 Pirates. 18, Pirates, Warriors, 17.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Condors. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So from the 36, it is first and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon as we begin the fourth quarter. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Here's a second and 12. The tight end going in motion to the left. Here's Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
18. What's that? Good.
Stroud going to set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud to throw. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
What's up?
Throwing is Stroud. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and inches. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down. They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
The Texans will line up for the
Now Stroud. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up two fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
The Condors offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time.
18 Rattlers, go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11, go!
Richardson to throw it here on first down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Check, check, check. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's Richardson. Again, working deep downfield. That's caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They get big yardage on the deep ball. And even 50 yards.
'70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
60 Maverick, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready, ready?
On play action, Richardson. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down. But so far, That has proven to not be the case.
18 rattle. Dragon 60.
They'll go. Richardson. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. The Texans offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, let's go. 18.
Back to throw. Stroud. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
1st and 10 at the 47.
In motion now, it's Collins. That'll give on the ground. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs. Back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. And sending it deep for Waddle. That is brought in. And he will score. Game on. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Texans. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
Texans 25.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30.
1st down.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Condors offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Cut. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Dragon 60. Deputy. Cowboy 80. Street. Trap 50. Trap 60.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense. You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
He'll step up and run this. He'll be stopped. Just a short game down to the 30.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down, 8 for the first down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
It's now fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
19. 19 Lions.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back. Mike, we hear it so often when a team trails by 8. Oh, this is only a 1-score game. It's not always the case. It's dependent upon getting that 2-point conversion. So here you go. You fail, they got to find a way to get the ball back and score again.
Okay, ready? Red. 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. No street. Trap 60.
On first down, it's Richardson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
50 Bobcat. Check, man. Check, 19, 18. 79 Broncos. Let's go.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a 1-possession game.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
Let's go. Hurt. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Panther 11.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. That is caught. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First down, Anchorage.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Warrior 70.
From the gun, Richardson. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass. out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
70 Rangers.
Second down throw for Richardson. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On the move left. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. His kick is good. And the Condors will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Texans offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
18, outside.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And third down coming up.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's Stroud. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Stroud to throw. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Texans will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Texans 38.
That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
On first down, it is Hubbard. So it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division